Green means go. Very even start off the front, but that was a great creeping up off the back.
So you see Hallman on the outside here, around Tuominen, but it looks like it's Tuominen that gets the best.
Yeah, Tuominen has managed to hold on to the lead. Started in pole. Tommy Hallman's behind. Marco Muru, has he managed to stay in third? Yes. So that's everyone's kind of holding position at the moment.
Very clean start. You know, it looks, they're all in a train here. So we'll see who goes first into the Yorker. That would be a very key moment for that guy.
I think the only change in position there is that Nurmi has overtaken Olekainen at the back there. So there has been one overtake so far, and straight into the Joker.
Joni Heikkinen.
Okay, so that's Heikkinen, no relation. But interestingly, Topi Heikkinen, who's a very familiar name to Rallycross fans, is part of the organisation of this RX Academy, and he will be spotting for Tuominen, because that's how it works out. You get Topi to be your sponsor, which must be pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Topi is one of the most experienced rallycross drivers they have from Finland. So for sure, for these young guys to have guys like Topi and Reinis Nittis, Juni Viman to help them together with the more experienced Jussi Pienemäki who owns the team is for sure great step into the sport for these young guys.
And also, Heikkinen himself has come directly from esports. He's an iRacer, but he's never, done very little mileage in an actual rallycross car. But even Topi Heikkinen, no relation, was impressed with him the first time he sat in a rallycross car.
Yeah, we saw. I think also Heikkinen managed to keep to pass Muru. He was really tight and made no gap at all for Muru. So, but it looks like Muru got him back anyway.
Now, the good thing about these cars is that everything is equal. They cannot change anything apart from maybe a bit of brake balance, but right down to the tyre pressures, every single one of these cars is the same. They're basically a pimped-up Clio Cup car made, safe and suitable for rallycross racing. What a great opportunity to get into the sport, because some of these guys have come from esports, from ice racing, even sort of motorcycle hill climbing, and it's the very, to step up into supercars.
Yeah, sure. I got to test the car from Jussi a couple of years ago, and it's very similar to the Super 1600 that I started my rallycross career with, but I use a tire that lasts longer, that is a bit harder. So it's hard to drive the cars because you're always on the limit of the tire, which makes you a better driver. So I think it's a good strategy they have to get drivers to develop quick.
So now we're 2 laps to go as we cross the line, going under that bridge.
So we saw Hallman take the Joker on the previous lap, and we see Tuominen goes directly to fend him off. So
he's responding, and do you think that's a good call to go quickly? Because it will mean that he has this dangerous move now, so he'll merge into traffic, but that was great.
Yes, he made it go around the outside. So we have Nurmi still in the lead here now, but he has the Joker still to do.
Yeah.
So the fight for the victory is between Tuominen and Hallman. So we'll see what happens when they have a car in the front as well. It could make it interesting.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, Nurmi's still to Joker. And this final corner they're going around now, because this is the start-finish line, that's incredibly fast. This is the fastest part of the track, so you have to get a really good wide exit on that final corner to make sure you carry enough speed all the way to this right-hander or the Joker. So we see the Joker. Let's see how this pans out. Oh, almost stopped in the Joker.
It locked up the front brakes a little bit and went him go wide, so small mistake there from Nurmi.
That's a real shame for Nurmi, because he was doing so well, but that could have cost him, a good second.
Yeah, for sure.
Because these things are harder to get started once they get into the gravel, so that was a serious amount of time lost there. So here we are, coming to the final long sweeping left-hander on the tarmac, and it will be a win for Rasmus Tuominen. Great job by the young Finn.
Great final, a very clean final, no hits or anything, a very, very smooth.
Yeah, they've taught them well at the academy.
Exactly.
So let's have a look. Confirmation then here in Denmark, round 3 of the RX Academy. Rasmus Tuominen takes the win. Tommy Hallman in second, Marco Muru in third, Heikkinen, Nurmi and Olekainen make up the other 3 places.